Hello, my name is Sima, and it worth clarifying that my videos have such a positive character solely because I was able to experience and leave behind an unparalleled shock and the deep bitterness at the wretchedness of a decaying system of all inmates who was trying to adapt to this rotten system, thereby burying their moral values deeper and deeper. In regular life, you can simply walk away from someone you don't like. But in prison, it's impossible. You are confined with them by chance, fate, or lesson for you, however you prefer to see it. And I took it as a lesson because prison teaches you to socialize with all layers of society. It took me a long time to learn to look at everything from different angles, to perceive the world and every person around me, to try to understand, or if you will, justify those who have committed unimaginable acts, inhuman deeds. And it's possible to understand everyone, but justifying them within one's established moral understanding of the world is much more difficult. Yet also possible, because if you can understand someone, it means understanding their moral framework, but not necessarily justifying it within your own. Do you understand? Because internal strife, the structure of the penitentiary system, petty grievances and plots within the surrounding society, seemingly grandiose plays according to the perception of schemers, but in reality, they are petty intrigues. Now it all seems funny and absurd and we can laugh at it, but in those moments when you are there and you feel the weight of the sorrow-soaked walls, ubiquitous bars, and embittered prisoners disillusioned with the world, and even more degraded guards, at best you will isolate yourself in your own world, as I have done. At worst, you will break. You will break morally, not seeing any prospects in your existence, let alone life goals. The constant inculcation in prisoners that life is over, and that in this world they are rejects and couldn't have normal life after prison, and that is the goal of this institution. I was lucky to see the purpose in what I had lost before prison, namely the connection with my relatives, how little I devoted to them in pursuit of hedonistic momentary pleasures. And I will never forget the first date with my mother once I was incarcerated. How does it work? Relatives write a petition to the investigator or judge, depending on the stage of the case. And if permission is granted, then inmate also writes a request for a visitation permit to the head of the penitentiary facility. All the formalities are completed and everything is good, but not so easy, because now the hardest part is to secure a visitation slot. Relatives start queuing from 4 or 5 a.m. Can you imagine? And in a day, the visitation room can accommodate a maximum of 30-40 people. Imagine there are over 1,000 inmates. Yes, not all of them receive visitors, but the queue frenzy persists. Can you imagine queuing up at 4 a.m. when everything opens at 10 a.m., 6 hours? They can't sit down, can't eat, they are free people, but they are treated like prisoners. And all this visit can last up to 2 hours. And when they come, they're already exhausted. They're so tired of being in this place, of staying in this queue. And when my mom came first time, inmates said to me that it's essential to bring a piece of paper and a pen, because phones are monitored and you can write down any confidential information for the relatives to read. And I took everything, but I didn't have to make any notes during my first visit with my mother. How it was, there was an ancient phone with a broken cable and barely audible, like a bad reception on the cell phone. And you twist the wire trying to do anything, like to put it there, to get it, like you're trying to make out the words, but instead of words, there are only sobs and crying. And between you, there is a thick layer of shattered screen. and the realization of how much pain you have caused to the people who love you. And this understanding gives you motivation to live, to make everything right. Because the hardest time is for the loving people who are free. A person in prison, he sits and tries to maintain their identity, while those who are free and love them are burdened by you. Lawyers, food, clothes, not only material expenses, of which there are many, but also the realization that they are free and can do something for you, and questioning where they have done enough. Unthinkable anguish for the family members who have never crossed the line of the law, and they suffer more than those who have, as me. And before prison, I was a big, not big, I was a huge ball of dogmas and self-importance, so inflated that I couldn't even see the world around me. And there was no core in this emptiness. And that's why I can confidentially say that prison was beneficial for me. And now I can loudly engage in self-irony. That's why we're here. Because this is another topic, a huge topic, about how person changed and how the system could break your open mind thinking. And it's important to take care of your family and loved ones, looked after their well-being. It's really important because before incarceration, you don't think about your movements and acts. You just live your life. But in fact, in your life, so many people who loves you. Just think about it. Your relations with relatives, because relatives are in the first place, all your family. Now, first of all, I think about my family. What should I do to make them happy? I hope that I could get you the idea of this video, and I hope you understood my bad English. I was really trying to explain you the deep, exhausted soul which you earn while you are in prison. Thank you. Thanks for watching this confession. I hope to see you soon, and see you soon. Bye.